I'm going to let me open this real quick. All right, I'm just gonna pour water on here and see what happens. Let's start up here.
Check out that catfish. Are you freaking kidding me right now?
All right, so in the last video, we left off with me testing out the foam and the paint and seeing if the paint would eat the foam, and it didn't, so that is good. But I started painting the foam, and I actually ran out of paint, so I was like, screw it, let's go to town, get some more paint. The hardware store was closed, so I went to Walmart, and I just got some Flex Seal. What other better product to seal something than with Flex Seal? So that's what we did. We got 2 layers of Flex Seal over the foam. I even went ahead and went over the lip of this and got all the cracks filled as well, all the way around. So I am guaranteed, 100%, there will never be any water getting inside this foam, ever, unless it gets cut, but there's no way. Let's go ahead and start painting this red, getting it all to match. Man, where can I sit this? We'll set it right here. It's gonna pop on this white too. All right, so this is where I have to interrupt the video and say, do not do this. This is me not knowing what I'm doing. Hopefully this paint sticks to the rubber. Some of it's already coming off. So I had to go get a new paintbrush from the store, and when I came back, I realized the paint was coming off from the brush. So in my head, I was like, crap, the paint isn't gonna stick to this rubber. So what do? I go ahead and paint the entire thing. But when I got done, I did some research and saw that you cannot paint over silicone. Nothing will stick to it. I didn't know that, but now I do. Ugh. This is all the hardware store's fault. If only they were open, I would have never even touched this Flex Seal. Anyways, so I had to wipe off all the red paint that I just painted on. I didn't film this because it was a huge embarrassment, but I'm telling you now in case you ever try the same thing. Luckily, the paint was easy to take off. I just wiped it off with a napkin and it came off clean and easy. So I knew I couldn't paint it, but I also didn't like the white. It was just so bright and stood out. Even though this wouldn't be seen in the finished product, I still wanted to change it. You can't paint over Flex Seal, but you can add more layers of Flex Seal. So I went back to the store and got black Flex Seal and painted a 3rd layer onto the foam. So now even more protection. So this Flex Seal sucks because you can't paint it, but it's awesome because it dries so fast. I got 3 layers of paint on and it dried to the touch in a few hours. If I went with oil-based enamel like I was in the start, to get it as thick as the Flex Seal is now, it would have taken a week to dry. So the Flex Seal has its pros and cons. Cover the walls and these cracks over here. So I'm going up this wall about 1/2 inch, about the width of the brush, because I don't want any water to get down in the cracks. And that's okay because my decking material is going to be 3/4, and I'm only going up about 1/2 inch. So once I put the decking material on, it'll hide all of that. Looks freaking crazy. All right, I like that better than the white for sure. I think I'm going to paint the other edge of this just to finish it off. Painting this side of the lip was strictly cosmetics, just for looks, make it look better. It didn't need to be done, but I did it. All right, so there is the rod locker foam completely sealed. We got all the edges sealed. I am 100% certain that water will never, ever get inside this foam. Do you have to do all this? No, you don't. You could just foam it, cover it up, and call it good. But there's a chance that water could get in there and soak your foam. This probably took a lot more work, but I am 100% certain that water will never get inside of this foam. And I cannot wait for it to dry, and I'm gonna get a bottle of water and just pour it on there and watch it run down into this pocket, and then it will drain out. Hopefully. That's what it's supposed to do, but that is the test. Of course, I hope water never even gets to this stage. I hope it never even touches this. Hopefully no water splashes over the front of the boat. It hasn't in the last build. Hopefully it won't in this build. But yeah, this is just a safety measure that I took. A little extra work, but definitely worth it in my eyes, because now I am 100% worry free of this foam. So that is pretty much the rod locker done, minus the lid. I still need to make the lid. We'll do that soon. A lot of people have asked me too about lights inside the rod locker. I definitely want to do it. I haven't thought about that yet. People were telling me I could put lights in here. That would be pretty cool. If you look in that gap, you can see all the way through these boxes. And that is the only place I have to run wires. I could easily fit a light right in here, run the wires straight across and into the battery. So I will definitely be putting lights in a rod locker. I'm gonna have 3, but then I'm gonna run 1 and just hide the wiring under the slip, and we'll have 1 up here too, just to have light on this side. So 4 lights in the rod locker, and then I'll do the lighting on the far side inside the boxes on that side under the lip as well. So we'll have lights pretty much everywhere. Thank you for all the comments, guys. By the way, y'all have been commenting a lot and I appreciate that. The comments help me out. This is my very first build with aluminum framing, countersinking, all that stuff, drilling into metal. And if you have any more tips for me, put them in the comments because they help me out a lot and I appreciate it. All right, I'm glad that's done. I want to go ahead and get the lips of the boxes done. So to make these boxes waterproof, they already are waterproof, but if any water comes up over the boat and onto these lids, I need to make a dry lip system. So I need to take this 1/2" metal here. So I want to fold this into a square to where it fits perfectly around the edge of the boxes, just like that. And what that will do is that will keep water out of these boxes. Water will come off the lids, hit here, and it can't go this way because this lip here is stopping it. So it'll come out this way and then out that side as well, which is why I made sure to have great runoff on that side of the rod locker. This side is gonna need it too, but we haven't got there yet. Hey look, that black matches the black down there. Way better than the white already. Okay, so we got 10 5-foot sticks of the 1/2" angle. So we should have enough. 10 5/8, and that should be the same for these 3 boxes here. Should be, but I built them, so you never know. 14 5/8. Okay, I should probably measure them all just to be safe. Let's just start bending one, shall we? All right, so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna measure out 10 5/8 for the first side. All right, so we made the first cut. So that's gonna go like that. So this needs to fold this way. Boop, like that. So now that should sit under that lip, and it does. So 14 5/8. I could probably use snips. So I'm just gonna be using snips from now on, just because it's easier, faster. Make the cut, and then just bend it over. Boop, and there is the lip. All right, we got that one in. I'm happy with that. I can live with that. Looks good. And then the lid will go over that. Beautiful. All right, there's one. All right, same system. Measure and bend, measure and bend.
Remember those days, those L's, I couldn't sleep right now. I get paid, fake games, staying B-side. Breaking the blues over steak, I gotta eat right. You could be my peace sign. I don't need bad energy around me. I just need sun, you're so cloudy. I wake up good, you're so grouchy. Please get from around me.
Alright, there is number 2 done.
Kiss the ring now. In the scene like GOT. Stay awake, don't sleep. Like Jon Snow, get R.I.P. Remember those days, those L's, I couldn't sleep right now. I get paid, fake games, staying B-side. Breaking the blues over steak, I gotta eat right. You could be my B-side. I don't need that energy.
Sweet. There is lip number 3.
I wake up good, you're so grouchy. Please get from around me. Just me, myself, and I'm my favorite threesome. The cars I drive by, I never lease them. They say if you can't beat them, then you join them. That's no option, I don't join, I always beat them. I was fake, you had to find me. Now I'm on beast.
Alright, so there is all of the lips. Looks pretty good. Alright, so it is the next day and I have a bottle of water and we're going to be testing out this runoff system I made here. So here it is. Should be all dry by now. Yeah, focus camera. Okay, so yeah, it's all dry. All right, I'm just gonna pour water on here and see what happens. Let's start up here. Oh yeah, it's running down. Freaking perfect. Just empty that out and come down here. And it is running off. That is freaking sweet. Perfect. There's a few drops of water that are just sitting on top. Not bad. Not bad for a whole bottle of water. So it looks like this over here is deep. So what I may do, now that I know that it works, I may fill up just this corner with some more Flex Seal. Hey dude, that works. That was freaking awesome. Let's go check out the back of the boat, where all the water runs to. Oh, yeah, it's already pouring out. Oops. So yeah, all that water is already draining out the back of the boat. So my whole entire water runoff system works, which is awesome. Oopsie daisy. I didn't know the plug was out. I thought I'd be pulling up back here. There's water. Dude, I'm stoked. Freaking stoked. It works. Okay, we will have awesome water runoff. All right, that is a success. The foam will never get wet. It's all blocked, it's protected, and it has water runoff. So perfect, I'm stoked. I'm gonna dry this off and then pour in a little bit of Flex Seal in here just so it covers up that pocket and no water sits there. I mean, it's not that much water, but still. All right, that should help somewhat. And again, that will take a while to dry just because it's so thick. So I went to the store, I got some 1/8 rivets. We got a 1/8 drill, and we got the rivet gun ready for 1/8 rivets. So I'm just gonna be drilling a hole through here and then riveting it on. Pretty simple. Alright, there's that done. Okay, so now that I got all the lips attached, I'm gonna go ahead and attach this door guard. Alright, so there it is with the door guard. It's all finished. Looks alright. Honestly, I liked it better with just the aluminum look, but this will be safer, I guess. No sharp edges to cut your fingers on or anything like that. But there it is. We got the lip guards going all the way around. So these boxes are now waterproof. But guys, in the next video, I will be attaching the lids to the hinges and then riveting on the hinges into place and securing all of it. So it will all be secure and it'll be done. That will be the core completely done besides the foam. But guys, I hope you all enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will catch y'all in the next one. Peace.